Assalamu alaikum once again. I am back like 10 minutes later. Anyway, so I was just on the homepage of YouTube, and then they recommended me this video from the yeah, sorry, the Proud Youth of TMY. And I watched it, and I was listen. I've been awake all day, so it's now 6 a.m. I just prayed. So so I was like, I'm a chill. But then I watched the video. It was so egregious. It was so egregious. I was like, yeah, well, there's simply just no way that they put this out in full like just confidence. Like it's just like, yeah, we have to share this. And so this is the progress of the Holy Dunbar, right? So if you're unfamiliar, TMY, yeah, probably TMY, their former leader Mubarak Gilani, or sorry, my apologies, it's Pear Sheikh Syed Mubarak Ali Shah Gilani. Anyway, their previous leader passed away, and so they created a Dunbar and shrine for him. So this is the progress on that, and I have things to say about it, but yeah.
He's the beloved of the beloved.
The video to document the construction of Sheikh Said Mubarak Ali Shah Gilani's Holy Dunbar by his lovers. Rahimullah.
Make this land. Live together, die together, and be raised together. So that the Holy Prophet will be proud of
So,
you.
a big pet peeve I have of mine at all times is they always have this god awful knot in the background. Ya Allah, just have it silent or voice over. I don't anything, just anything. But hold on, I is this man wearing a mask? Are both of these young men wearing a mask? MashaAllah, props to them. We're not gonna spend too much time on them because they're kids. Uh, but what happened to the hair water? Okay, so listen, you guys see this, right? This is where this is like where he's buried at, and they're gonna build this entire thing as you see here. They're working on it, right? The first thing of Jamaat to ever actually get built properly. Look at that. You even got African Americans overseas volunteering. You brought kids into this? Yikes! And look at that. It's like a Christmas light ornament stuff. You gotta light it up for the neighbors. Yes, sir. That dude's cleaning it. Yes, sir. Brothers praying at the shrine over it. Okay. He and I. First of all, the lyrics are so trash. But what? No, no. Just this. This is okay. No, no. This is why I hate knots. Listen, listen. I was talking to someone about this. I hate every single knot, even the good ones that folks love, like Native Dean and my heart saying all of them trash to me. I don't want to ever hear them again. Because what did they be saying? Okay, now we're gonna no, 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 no. I ain't doing that. I'm sorry. I apologize for the first 4 minutes of this video, or however long it's been, of you having to hear EB Kappa sing. If you were out the Jamaat, I'm happy for you. You don't have to hear him sing. I'm not gonna burden your ears with him singing or the little girl. Um, I will, if ever. Okay, if ever in the future there's a video of them that I'm doing and there's him singing in the background, it's just not happening. It's just not happening. His voice annoys me. Anyway, so you guys see, right, all this fancy stuff, right, they're doing for one man who passed away, right? Now listen, and just I guess the world we live in today, right? It's commonplace, right? It's commonplace, right, for when a loved one passes away, right? These folks will have all this extravagant stuff for the person that passed away, and do all this like extra things. Like the average cost of a funeral in America is like 16 to like $18,000, something like crazy, right? Because these folks have to pay, these Christians and these non-Muslims have to pay this extravagant fees, right? For the person who dies because they have to buy this expensive ass casket. And the casket has to look nice. It has all those bells and stuff like that. Like it's just all that stuff, right? Um, and uh, this right here, this is even a casket. This is look, they built an entire structure, an entire building, right? An entire Dunbar, right? For one person that passed away, right? So why is this a problem? Why is this an issue? And why did this piss me off? Because honestly, this irks my soul, right? Because and I know in the Jamaat, right? You aren't allowed to learn history because there's no schools. But let me tell you, as someone who is a history buff, and this is in my spare time, I'm gonna learn about history. I'm gonna read stuff. I'm gonna freaking watch videos on history, documentaries, all that stuff. Right? Listen, um, the only folks who have giant structures built after them, whenever they pass away, right? In history, right? When you have these giant structures, right, built after you, when you pass away, this person, right? They considered these people to be gods, right? So let's look at the Mayan temples, right, or pyramids as they call it. But anyway, Mayan temples. So these things, right, these things were built, right, for the gods of the Mayan civilization, right. So when their god leaders died, they would put them in here, right, and this is where they would reside, right. And let's look at the freaking Egyptian pyramids, right. Pyramids. Anyway, I was looking at pyramids. So the pyramids, right? The pyramids in Egypt, right? These things, right? They were built for the pharaohs, right? The pharaohs were considered to be the gods of the Egyptian society, right? So if you were pharaoh, right? If you were the pharaoh of your time, right? There was a pyramid built for you so that when you died, right? They'll place you inside of this giant structure so that you can be remembered forever, right? And that's why they have all the tombs and stuff, and all these like tombs for all these pharaohs are all inside of the giant mausoleum pyramid structure things, right? Okay, cool. All right. So, um, Team What? Are you guys admitting that you view Mubarak Kelani as like this godly figure, right? Because if this, I mean, if you are Muslim, then this is totally fine, right? Do whatever you want to do, because you don't know any better, right? But if you're Muslim, right, you have to know. You have to know that this is not how it works. You don't build a giant structure over some man. I don't care how much you love him, right? Everyone goes into the dirt, right? They have this man lifted up on this like Dunbar thing, what the hell? What was it? They had this man lifted up on some like this right here, right? And like it's all too much, right? So how does burials work in Islam? Let me show y'all something, right? Because y'all can love Mubarak Jamani, but I would hope that none of you are foolish enough to say he is a more important Islamic figure, right, than the graveyard for the people who are buried in Baqi, right? Baqi is I believe the first Muslim graveyard, right? And this graveyard is filled with Sahabas, right? And so everyone in the Jamaat should for surely know the Hadith, right, where the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam says, "The best after me are the Tabi'in, or yeah, the Sahabas, the Tabi'in, right?" So everyone should know that, right? Everyone should know that the Sahabas, right, they hold a higher status than us Muslims today, right? Because The Sahabas were obviously of a higher status. They got to be companions of the Holy Testament, so on and so on. So obviously, that's higher than ours, right? So you mean to tell me that these Sahabas, who do you see how humble this graveyard is, right? It's literally just boom, boom, and put in the ground, and compare it to this temple thing to symbolize that they view this man as God, right? Like this is like a Pakistani pyramid. This is basically a Pakistani pyramid, right? So it's so egregious that these Sahabas are buried so modestly. So once you're gone, right? They're buried very modestly, and I can assure you, I can assure you, beyond a shadow of doubt, because it's not my words, it's the truth, that every Sahaba here is a better Muslim than Barkilani, right? So does he deserve, or should you all in his death, right? Because he's gone now, right? His affairs are with Allah, right? Alhamdulillah. So that's great. But should y'all be worshiping him to this extent? Because the only folks who build things like this for the deceased are pagans. Every single one of them. You can't find me one. You can't find one instance of someone doing something like this that's not paganistic. It's just not how it works. So you guys like I I would love to give you the benefit of the doubt, but look, why would he be buried in something like this, right? When the Sahabas in Baqi are buried like this, do you think that he deserves to be buried like all extravagantly? But he's just this like Mubarak Jelani, your Murshid Khamil, your spiritual leader guide, right? He was that like honestly, was he that much better? But was he this transcendent figure so above all of the Sahabas? Please tell me. I would love to know. Like if if someone from the Jamaat sees this video, really like just sit down and think like, dang, I don't like Amr. He's enemy number one now for some reason. Big talks, but enemy number one, right? But it is a good point. Like, look at the don't listen. Don't take my advice for it. Go look up the graveyards for the Sahabas, right? Any of them. Um, and and you will see they're all very normal graveyards. So for Mubarak Gilani, right, to have this extravagant, just lavish building, which it was like what 50K raise for this instead of just putting him in the ground. Like it was just so unnecessary, especially like there's so many things that you guys can do better in the community to help. Like that money could have been used for anything. You guys could have used that 50K you raised for this Holy Dunbar shrine thing here, right? To send folks to actually go see the graveyard in Baqi, right? That could have been very like send them to Umrah. It could like there's so many better ways you guys could have gone about than having this extravagant shrine temple built, so that people can go and worship this. Because just like Egyptians and other Mayans used to go to the temples, right? And these fools will be sitting there prostrating to the temples just nonstop, right? Trying to get salvation from their ancient gods. And as we see with the Jamaat, people have gone overseas, right? And bowed down, not in the direction of the Qibla. They're like making like a circle, a tawaf circle around this like inside of the grave thing, right? They're making a tawaf circle around it. And they're literally bound to it. Like there's no other way to shape it. There's no other way to like look at it. Oh, like, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. No, 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 no. It's shirk, and it's imitating other religions because the Mayans have their own religion, ancient Egyptians. Like every other society has this. But this is not something we do in Islam. It should be clear as that. So if you have the time, go look up any sort of historical thing where people built giant structures. It's generally in some form of worship. Generally, that's how it works. It's not because any reason. No, they believe that a leader they had, a ruler they had, a king they had was a god, right? And so for Barjolani, who, as much as you guys hate the seven time belief and you guys don't talk about it, but that was what he was claiming. So this, like, hey, listen, if Barjolani was a god and you guys built a temple to worship him, then you guys are, following those same things that they did. So I would hope this is the case, but like this like this irks my soul. Like I don't I can't like what is this? Like did you did we see any of that? Did we see any of that for the graveyards of the Sahabas? Because like it didn't happen. Like not having this giant cloth put over him, and it's just it's just really bad. It's just really bad. Like there's no other way to like put it. Other than it's just bad. Like it's just bad. And so I would hope that you guys maybe like stop paying money for this, or just completely just like, hey, listen, like this is wrong. And we can let this be because there's plenty of hobbits who aren't built who aren't buried like this at all. So I would hope that some people were like, okay, yeah, you know what, let me not do this or let me not support this going forward because this man, he can just have a normal grade. It's okay. It's okay if you guys know um who he was and what he meant to you, alhamdulillah. But this is so extravagant, and this is clearly like okay, and like I would understand like if they were gonna have this for like okay, if they were gonna have this for like every person in Team One, right? Let's say that like you died, which obviously if you're not gonna be here because they're not flying you from Pakistan, but if this was just gonna be just a giant gravesite, right? They're gonna use the money for say, hey, we're gonna have a gravesite here for everyone involved. And if you pass away here, you can go bury here. Then cool, plus I have no problem. But this is all for one man. This is all for one person who's no longer here. Like this is honestly it disgusts me. And I didn't mean to like have a video be this long, but hey, you guys get more content for free. So alhamdulillah. Assalamu alaikum.